Javier Cortes. Terrorists and organized crime get their fundings. How are funds transferred to terrorists for cybercrime? Today, society, we have a term that we use for terrorists that commit crimes to get fundings. It is called cyberterrorism. It is defined as an intent to use networks, computers, and public internet to either harm or disrupt a personal or government system. Terrorists hacks into hospitals, government systems, and national security to gain control of the situation by disrupting the network and or holding it for ransom to gain a financial access. Once the money is paid, then they release the system or program to allow the users to continue working without any issues or cripple the system. A way that terrorism is funded is by a company that is called Bitcoin. It is a website that does digital currency. It's transfer from peer to peer. It was released as an open source software in 2009 to allow transactions to take place between direct users. Bitcoin is a backdoor or a black market website to fund terrorism. The money gets transferred and goes untraceable. Makes it hard for authorities to follow and or try to see who the money comes from. We move over now to organized crime. As we move over and see the way of their funds is completely different than terrorists. Organized crime is the pursuit of profit. The capabilities of the internet provided has transformed many legitimate business activities, augmenting the speed, ease, and range of transactions to be conducted while lowering many of the cost. With organized crime, their financial gain is by doing illicit business. Not only does it involve fraud and theft, but also pervasive pornography, pedophile rings, and drug trafficking. Organized crime is more of a exploitation crime than the disruption of the network or system. The internet provides lots of opportunities for various kinds of theft by either online banking or intellectual properties, but it also offers new meanings into the committing of old crimes, such as fraud. Data collected from organized crimes can be attractive for targets to use as an extortion of a crime. That has always been a staple of the mafia. The anonymity of the internet also makes it ideal channel for secrecy, which is a part of the organized crime that most likely like to work in the shadows, not only lining their pockets, but the pockets of another individual. Now, organized crime does not need to develop technical expertise about the internet. They can hire those in the hacking community who do have expertise and reward them greatly. They typically have a home-based network in a weak states that provides safe havens to conduct their operations, but also adds degree of protection from law enforcement. A perfect example that I have here of an organized crime and using the internet happened in October of 2000. A group of 20 people, some of who were connected to the mafia family, worked at a bank in Sicily. They had created a digital clone of the bank's online components. The group had planned to divert 400 million into allocated European Unions to regional projects in Sicily. The money was to be laundered throughout different banks, including the Vatican Bank and the bank in Switzerland. The scheme was foiled when one of the persons in the group had informed the authorities of their crime. Clearly, you can see that organized crime sees big opportunities for profit from the growing of electronic banking and electronic commerce. Most organized crimes will continue to operate in the real world rather than the cyber world. As you can see the difference between the two organizations, how to collect fundings. With terrorism, they do it more in the large-scale disruptions of computer networks, especially of personal computers attached to the internet, by means of tools of computer viruses, computer worms, phishing, and malicious softwares and hardware methods. And with the organized crime, it is more of keeping quiet and making sure their money is moved quietly and secretive as possible and maintaining it within themselves. Thank you.